Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder adventures. Off camera, there was a lot of time passed between the first two recordings and this one because the game crashed and got bugged, but it seems like if you uninstall the game and then reinstall it, you can actually get past some of the bugs, so try that out if you're stuck. Anyway, here we're gonna try scaling Mhar Massif. It's like the Sphinx here in the middle of a mountain, and we're trying to get there to, you know, get somewhere. That's the story. So this is a pretty interesting scenario. All the locations are death zones, so it's actually not too dissimilar from a scenario in the previous adventure, which had, like, you know, a bunch of, I forget what it was, but it was a bunch of locations that were all the same, and you had to just close them all to win, or close them all, then you could fight the villain and win. So here we just have to close all the death zones. There is no villain. There are these Lang spiders, which are pretty annoying. So there's a 50-50 chance you cannot play attack spells. So you might be okay, or you might be totally screwed if you encounter those as a spellcaster. So Linny and Ezrin need to watch out. There's a reason that this tooltip is showing is because I reinstalled the game. So one thing you have to do here is decide whether you want to group up your characters or, you know, split them up. So it's a tough call. On the one hand, if you group them up, then you can get certain benefits, like if you have Valeros or Lem in the party, which I don't. You can also get through locations faster. If there's a character that you don't want encountering the villain, or sorry, the henchman, like for example Ezrin, because he's an arcane dude, you can group him up with someone, and that reduces the odds that he personally will be the person to find the henchman or villain. So I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this. I'll probably group up somebody with Ezrin. I mean, not Harsk, because Harsk definitely wants to help him out. Not Linny, because she's in the same boat. So maybe I'll have yeah, why don't we do Ezrin with Sela, and Amiri can go with Linny, and we'll just do it that way. If I remember from my home, I haven't played this since I played this in my live home game many moons ago, but if I remember correctly, it actually isn't too bad of a scenario. So hopefully we'll do okay. But oh yeah, there is this problem. To close this place, you need a Wisdom or Survival 10 check, which is pretty tough. On top of that, any die rolled as a 1 or a 2 is a 0, which is extra tough on the people who roll low dice. And this really fucks with your math. You have to be really careful. Like, no longer can you just expect your average roll to exceed the target by 5 and be okay. You really want to try to go for, like, exceeding the target by 10. Because this is really, really bad here. It really sneaks up on you. Then, every time one of these locations is closed, every subsequent one has its difficulty of closing increased by 2. So eventually, we're going to have to make like a survival 20 check or something to finish this thing up. So it's pretty tough. I'm going to start with the magic spyglass. Oh, good lord. Hopefully we get lucky and there's a henchman right on top. Okay, so there was. I didn't have to use the spyglass. I could have just, you know, explored. As it is, we have a choice. I can actually leave the Blessing of Desna here. So I could have somebody pick up the Blessing of Desna and then attack the spider after it. And you know what? I think I'm going to actually do that. Because Sela should be able to auto-pick up that Blessing. And, yes, thank you, game. Sela should be able to auto-pick up that Blessing. And then that's like a resource from the party's decks that we don't need to spend. Now, Amiri really should have actually just left. I don't know why I actually used the spyglass there, but we'll leave now and just start exploring blind over here. It's a fox. That would be nice to get, but if I spend a resource to get it just so I can discard to explore the location, then I could have just spent that blessing to explore the location. So only if somebody has like a free helping card does that make any sense. Aid is not quite free. We'll definitely have a use for it. The top blessing is a Blessing of the Gods, so it's just blank. So yeah, we're going to roll. We have a better than 50% chance of picking this thing up. Nice. Alright, now, this fox, actually, you could keep to help out with the closing check. The problem is, it's just a D4, and there's a 50-50 chance it'll just be a 0. So I'm actually just going to discard. I think the extra exploration is more valuable than the extra, like, on average, I mean, what is that? 3 divided, like, on average, 0.75 bonus to a roll. Hey, there's a henchman. So we're a little bit lucky here. The henchmen are popping up right on top, which is great. Let's go ahead and reveal this. I am going to bury these boots of teleportation, which are pretty completely useless. Now I need to roll a 14, which is a bit loose to roll, so we're going to go ahead and recharge an armor. There's no particular need to keep armor in this scenario. Now, I need to roll a 12 on these 4 dice, keeping in mind that any 1 or a 2 counts as a 0. So it would actually be a mistake, I think, to make this roll. I can use a Charmed Red Dragon. That's a bit heavy. Anybody got, like, a good Blessing? Blessing of Shellen, obviously, you'd never want to spend for any reason except to help close locations. So I guess Amiri's just going to spend her own Blessing for an extra d12. And I hope this will do it. I mean, I need a 12. The expected result is close to 20, so that should be fine. But notice how close that was with those 2s counting as 0s. Love these tooltips. Okay, so now we're going to have to make the survival check, keeping in mind we're rolling d6s, and any 1s and 2s count as 0. So definitely we're going to spend a Blessing of Shellen. Now I need to roll a 6 on 3d6, which is bad enough as it is without the 1s and 2s counting as 0s. So we're going to spend another Blessing. I'm just going to spend Aid with Linny as well. And that's still not enough. I'm going to spend another Blessing. So you might notice I'm going really crazy. And I mean, sure, it looks stupid there, but if that was a 5 and 3 6s, which is a pretty unreasonable roll, if that had been like, 2 and 3 1s, I would have obviously failed that. Alright, so, yeah, it's a tough scenario. We have to spend a lot of our resources. I'm actually just going to go ahead and pop Father's Antis here. There's a 50% chance I waste some healing, but here I didn't waste any healing and I got him out of my hand, which is good. And I'm going to get this armor out of my hand? Wait a minute. Time out. Hold up, hold up. Let's just end the turn. Can I recharge this? Yeah, I should be able to recharge that. Nope. Okay, wow. Well, I don't know what happened there. Bugs ahoy. Alright, I do not want to use her power here because that would just put the Blessing to the bottom and the whole point here. Yeah, god damn it. Oh no, I didn't want to roll it! Okay, good, I made it. It was not quite an auto success because if I had rolled a 2, I would have actually, failed. But, we're going to just pass here. Just going to pass the turn. I'm going to save this Blessing. I'm in no rush. Here. Just saving the Blessing. Alright, what is this shit? Oh yeah, Ezrin's there. He doesn't want to do it, obviously. He sucks at closing shit. So, he's just going to move on to a new one. And, of course, the question is, do you augury, or do you explore, then augury? I'm going to go ahead and augury first. There are a lot of monsters in there. 5 of the 10 cards are monsters. Wow! Well, I'm getting some good luck here. That's like three locations in a row that all had the henchmen right on top. Or maybe one of them was like second from the top. I mean, but it's been pretty crazy. Alright, not that I mind. Oh man, if only I could pick that up. That would be so cool. Yeah, so not that I mind, of course, but that should really help a lot. And Ezrin does not want to explore because I never want Ezrin closing this location. Unfortunately, I cannot use my Staff of Hungry Shadows to, help non-combat things. So we're just going to pass and let someone else go over here and close that location. And by the way, there's no rush, to close these locations because, there is no villain, so there's no chance it's going to all get, like, reshuffled or anything, so it's just fine. Pit of Malfashenker, always a happy barrier to find, because you can pretty much just always do nothing, and it goes away. Yeah, no thanks. Beep. Let's go ahead and pop Mr. Gandethus. Right, it's a Grizzled Mercenary, which is interesting. I think maybe somebody can come over to pick it up, and then Mariziel can just go to a different open location. That's a good one to pick up because it does, give an extra explore, so Charisma Diplomacy 6. Sela could do that. I think Sela at the moment is on tap to kill a henchman. But again, there is, there's, again, no particular rush. Alright, Linny is actually someone you want doing the fighting against the henchman because even though she can't use combat spells half the time, she can close these locations like a boss. So I kind of want to go over here and fight this Lang Spider that's on top of Ezrin's location. I would, of course, have to do it bare-fisted. I could actually... You know what I should have done? I should have had somebody give Linny a weapon. Yeah. Actually, Ezrin has a quarterstaff. Interesting. I could maybe give... You know what I'm going to do here? Yeah, why don't we... why doesn't Linny just go over here? And then on and she's just gonna pass the turn. She's just gonna pass it. Just gonna do nothing. Yeah, we'll just pass. Boop. And then on our next turn, on Ezrin's next turn, I gotta remember to give Linny that quarterstaff, and then she can kill the henchman with it. Alright, so we got a Blessing of Sarenrae, which Scylla does not recharge, so someone should come over there and pick that up. And we'll just... you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna let it go. Whatever. Ezrin actually has a decent chance of getting it. Or sorry, not Ezrin, Harsk has a decent chance of getting it with his stupid D12 Constitution die. And I'm not gonna explore again. We had fantastically good luck here, with the henchman being on top of these locations, so I am swimming in time. And I might as well just be efficient about things and keep that blessing, because we're going to need blessings out the bunghole here in order to close these locations up. Amiri does have the survival skill, but I'm not that jazzed about her closing a location. I'd really rather someone else do it. So we're just going to go over to this other place here and just start making a dent in some of these cards. Hang on, sorry, my computer's making weird noises. Alright, there's the Blessing of Milani. I have a 1 in 6 chance of getting it. Nope, it's fine. Not worth spending resources on it. And we're going to go ahead and pop our spyglass here. I really should have done that first. We got some monsters here. Okay, so that's actually good to know, because if I can pick up Scrying or Augury, it'd be nice to get those out of the way. Yeah, we'll just pass there. What I'm going to do here is... Let's see, I don't want to pull over Linny, because if I pulled Linny over, then that would defeat the purpose of trying to trying to have Ezrin give her a weapon. Linny, does she have weapon proficiency? Is that one of those things she was like forced to get? She does. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pull Linny over to where I am. The reason for that okay. Yep. Oh my god. No, it didn't let me do it! Ah, stupid bugs. The reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to give her one of Amiri's weapons, because Amiri has 2 weapons. I wanted to give Linny a weapon, but the game is bugged and wouldn't let me do it. Alright, well, that's fine. So, Scylla, here, will, I think, just take out this thing. Slime Spider. Yeah, I think we're going to go for a, yeah, we're going to go for a combat check rather than a diplomacy check, if you don't mind. Let's go ahead and flip a card. We're pretty much always going to be flipping cards here, as Scylla. Okay, Harsk's going to be flipping some shit. I guess the black... If Harsk... No, whatever. We'll just flip that. So I need a 12. A lot of these are D4s, though. So we're going to also pop in this longbow. I believe that bug has been fixed between the last scenario and this one. At least I hope it has been. Anybody got a Blessing of Gosver? Oh, there's a fiery weapon. That's pretty worthless. Let's go ahead and just use that. Okay, so there's a lot of D4s here. So I only need to roll an 11, but 5 of my dice are D4s, which are each only like 0.75. So it's like an expected roll of like what, like 0.75, 1.5, 3. Yeah, it's pretty low. 3.5 plus 4.5 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11.5. Yeah, I'm like just right at it, basically. We got a Charmed Red Dragon and an Orb of Fire, so I'm sure well, let's use this. This thing's not even that great. It's you know, it's D4s. This kind of sucks. Do I just roll this? Hope to overpower it with enough D4s. I think that would be a bit foolhardy. We're going to go ahead and pop this Blessing of Aristil for an extra D8. Oh my god, that has a lot of 2s. Still made it. Notice, it was close, though. We needed a 24, and we only got a 30 with all those dice, because a lot of them turned into 0s. So that's why I just got to... I mean, you might have thought I was being a little bit overcautious. Hey, they fixed the bug. When I was like, oh, you know, you gotta make sure you exceed your expected roll by 10, but like, you really do. You really do. Okay. We need help here. Anybody got Blessings of the Gods? I doubt anyone has any Blessings of the Gods left over. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I guess we'll play this, because it gives 2 dice. Now, Scylla, thankfully, has a D8 for Wisdom. She needs a 9 right here. And what do I got? I got 9 plus 8 is 17. I think that actually should do it. As long as it exceeds by 10. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't quite exceeds by 8, not by 10. But if I keep making all these really... Nah, you know what? I'm just going to use this extra blessing. We're going to just say fuck it and just throw it on there. There's a decent chance that that actually made a difference. Decent chance that made a difference there. Okay, so we're done with that, and that's 2 locations closed. I don't think I can actually beef that up. I don't have my staff with me, so there was a 1 in 12 chance I would not recharge that orb, which would have been devastating. Okay, Azrin, give Lina your quarterstaff. And then I have some choices. I actually could just stay here, pass a turn, and just help Linny make this check against the spider by using the Staff of Hungry Shadows. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. It might seem a little bit crazy like that I'm passing so much turns, but again, maybe I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't had such a lucky start, but I did have a really lucky start. So I think I want to take advantage of that and conserve my resources as much as possible. Alright, so I'm scrying this location that Amiri used her spyglass on, finding 2 monsters on top, so that's just 2 fewer combat checks we have to do here. And again, these decks are pretty much never ever going to get shuffled unless somebody at that location, you know, fails a check. Swipe's nice. Can be used to, I mean, it does have the attack trait, so I guess it does not help against the Lang spiders at all. So, I guess it's not that nice, but whatever, it's there. And now, I don't know why it's on Mariziel, because I think it's, oh, right, because Ezrin passed, right. Yeah, and it's Mariziel's turn that he was doing this shit on. What is that? Oh, Grizzled Mercenary. Nobody came over here to get that. See, let me take a look at the map here. So there's a henchman here. Linny will do that one. And there's no other henchman that's been found. So, yeah, I think Sela can actually go over here and pick up that mercenary. Of course, the problem is now there's no empty location. So, yeah, we'll just fucking go here and just fail. It's fine. And we will pop Mr. Gandithus. Icy Ledge. Ooh, that is not a good one. Okay. So, I could do a couple different things here. I could pop my Revelation Quill. And then there is a, what is that now? 4 out of 7 chance that the henchman's in there. And I can ignore this Icy Ledge, or I can try to attack this Icy Ledge, which is a very, very annoying barrier. Linny's actually pretty good at dealing with it, but Linny needs to kill a henchman. And Mariziel is good at Dexterity Acrobatics, but I would have to spend a blessing to get past it. So, I'm not a big fan. I think I am going to just take that slightly better than 50% chance and bury my Revelation Quill. If I don't find it, then I don't find it. Oh my gribbity goodness. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put all these monsters on top, and when somebody gets their augury back, we're just going to augur them all down to the bottom. That's going to be the plan. And Linny does have augury, but she can't do that yet because she's kind of committed here. We really got to get this taken care of. So there's the Lang spider. All right, let's reveal the quarterstaff. Pop my animal. I'm actually going to go ahead and discard agility to make my die a d10 because I'm not going to really need agility, I don't think. Now, Ezrin here will use his Staff of Hungry Shadows and reveal a Scorching Ray to reduce the difficulty of this check by 8. I rolled pretty low on the d12, which is kind of unfortunate. But, man, now it's only a Charisma 8 instead of a, Is a Charisma 8 easier for Linny than a Combat 16? That is a heck of a question. Let's see. So, I need a 6 on these dice. Anybody got any Charisma blessings? The top blessing is the Charisma blessing, but no one has any blessings of the gods anymore these days. Maybe that's a mistake. No, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to reveal this quarterstaff. It's fine. So now Harsk can shoot one of his blessings. Boop. And Linny needs to get a 10 on these dice, which I think would be a mistake to roll at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and pop this Blessing of Glorum that Mariziel has, and that should be enough. Oh my god! Okay, that was close. Luckily, I had a couple of good dice, but 4 of my dice were just totally wiped out. Alright, now Linny is the best survivalist in the party. Notice, though, that even with her, she has, I mean, D10 plus 6 on survival, alright? And an extra D4 and an extra plus 2 on her animal companion. And even with that, it's... Wait him in a minute. Shouldn't her animal trick be like a... Oh, it's plus 2. Oh, yeah, I guess it's only a plus 2 still. Okay, yep. Even with all that, she still cannot... Wait, why is it only a... Hold on a minute. Something's not right here. Oh my god. Wait a minute. I feel like something's wrong here. +2. I mean, I got up to +3 or +4. And she should have a hand size of 7. Does anybody have their power? No, he's got his hand size of 9. And he's got his spell collector feats. Do I just like that badly misremember where Linny's at with animal trick? I just feel like she should have been above D2, 1d4 plus 2, because she gets up to d4 plus 2 before she even picks up her roll card. Maybe I have, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm missing some buffs here, but we're just gonna move along. So let's go ahead and pop this blessing. Now I need to get a 6 here. The expected die roll right now is 13.5, which I don't think is enough by my own reckoning. So we're gonna go ahead and pop one of these blessings. All right, with 3d10, I should be able to roll a 6, I hope. Okay, good. Got some good rolls there. And we've got some locations closed. So now the next one's going to be even harder. It's going to be like a 16 to close. You know, I'm actually really annoyed that Linny is missing some power feats. I had to recreate the party. Because I was having these bugs, and it wouldn't let me load my save game. And yeah, Linny's actually only got 4 skill feats, instead of these 6 that obviously everybody has by this point. Does anybody else have that problem? Harsk does. He only has 4 skill feats. Mauricio has only 4 skill feats. Ezrin has 5, so not the full 6. Sela has 5. And Amiri has 5. Okay, yeah, there's some shit going on here. Well, we're just gonna have an extra challenge because it's, you know, crazy. We're gonna have crazy times with little handicap action. Oh, shit. Wait, really? That's annoying. I guess to avoid just throwing a card away, we'll just pop this cure. And she should be able to auto-recharge this cure, no probalo. Yeah. 8. Remember back in the first scenario when like a divine check of 8 is like hard? Yeah. You know what I could have done? I could have actually gotten rid of agility, which is pretty useless. What is this thing? Dexterity disable. Yeah. Harsk's not bad at it. Sure, we'll just do it. Just to keep things moving along. I maybe can make this happen. Okay, so that worked out because I rolled 2 8s. Very good. And now let's scout here. There's a bear. Wisdom survival 10. Okay. So Linny should be the person to come up and pick that up. If possible. Because she's all good at that stuff. Now this place we're just... Oh wait, hang on. This place, we can keep exploring in this place. What's left? There's 3 places left. Amiri can go there and just, you know, explore the bear and get it out of the way. What's in Mauricio's spot? Oh yeah, Mauricio's the place that has the 3 monsters stacked on top of it. Right, so either Amiri goes here and just keeps exploring, or she goes and encounters the bear. What is this? Nethys. I don't think I have any of those. Well, we'll just explore, I guess. Scout! Okay, lots of... Well, there are 4 monsters in each of these death zones, so it's not like that surprising. Okay, so combat now. Let's do this great club. How much do I care if I fail this check? I actually care quite a bit about failing because that would shuffle those monsters to the bottom. So we're going to actually just bury the other weapon I have. Now I need... Yeah, now we're fine. As long as I get a 3, we should be good. Alright, and you know what? I guess I'll pop Shalelu. Why not? I can always recharge her if I don't want to encounter this thing. Wisdom Perception 8. Yeah, I don't want to really encounter that, so we'll just recharge her. And call it a day. Now what I'm going to do here is move Linny over here. If the game will let me. Thanks, game. So nice of you to do that. The reason for that is that Linny has Augury in her hand. So now she can cast Augury and put these monsters on the bottom of the deck. And the nice thing about this is that it shuffles the rest of the deck, so I might not have to encounter that Icy Ledge. So even though the Revelation Quill that Mauricio used didn't find the henchman, it did, I think, eventually help by allowing me to, you know, get rid of some of that annoying stuff. Okay, who's up? Is Linny up? No, Sela's up. Okay, Sela needs to go somewhere. She is not bad at fighting these things, and she's certainly not bad at closing the locations. And, you know what, we'll just go here. She'll encounter the bear. Her chances of picking it up aren't as good as Linny's, but let's just make some progress here. So we'll flip a card. Losing a shaman. Oh no. just gonna take a roll here. Missed by 2. And I could use Maester Grump. The problem, of course, there is just that there's only a 1 in 5 chance I find the henchman. But we'll just do it. Let's just get him out of the hand. Yeah, okay, cool. Glad that happened. That did absolutely nothing because she was going to scalp that Goblin Warrior at the end of her turn anyway. But we can get Maester Grump back because I have not picked up any other allies because there are no allies to pick up in this scenario. Okay, well, Sela got her copy of Augury, so I'm going to go ahead and use that at her location. And good thing I did, so we don't have to waste time fighting this Goblin Warrior. And get this Lang Spider taken care of. So what I'm going to do here, Ezran I know is being a bit of a nuisance, because he's just not doing anything effective, but he's probably just going to end up passing his turn. He's going to move to this location to help Linny with her check. If he rolls high enough on his Staff of Shadows, he can absolutely trivialize the charisma roll, making it very easy for Linny to pass the check. He's not going to fight the henchman. I could consider discarding some of these cards, but we'll just leave it for now. Sagacity is really good here. I've been holding it for a while, and it's been kind of mediocre, but it's really good here because it, you know, allows Ezran to help somebody make the closing check. So there is an Icy Ledge there. Alright, and I guess Mariziel's just going to encounter it. Even though she has to spend a blessing on it, I feel like it's worth it. Also, I am, you know, now down to half-time, so even with my tremendous luck, like, I still ended up needing, you know, I'm still going to be sort of close-ish. I don't want to do Sagacity there. What is this? Nethys. Okay, no one has Nethys. Nethys the Methys. Alright, we'll do this. I think I should be able to get a 5 there. Yep. Although if those dice had been inverted, I would have failed. And that'll do it. I'm going to save the blessings pretty much exclusively here just for closing location. Man, this must be really hard in Heroic. I don't know what the designers did for Heroic difficulty to make this more challenging, but if it's anything that makes you have to explore more, that could really start to get into some serious problems. Why is Linny here? I thought there was a henchman here. Oh no, she needs to move, right. Whew. Okay, she's moving up. Bip, bap, ba doop, boop. She's gonna move over here. And why is she... Oh, I guess she and Ezran both have swipe. Didn't Ezran have a swipe? Oh, it's that bug that moves cards around. Wow. Yeah, Ezran definitely had the swipe. Now he doesn't anymore, but Linny has the swipe. Oh god, this game is in a very precarious state at the moment. Why can I not use my Staff of Hungry Shadows? Oh, attempts a combat check. Right. Wait a minute. So, alright, we're going to change to combat. Hoop. Combat strength. Yep. That's weird. It actually let me downgrade the charisma thing last time. Let's go ahead and discard one of these lightning bolts. I don't think Ezran's ever going to use. Yeah, that might be a bug, actually. That might be a bug, because it's not supposed to work on the charisma check. But, you know, there's been enough bugs here that are making things harder for me, like me losing my power feats and skill feats. So we are indeed going to attempt this charisma 0 check and make it work. Alright, so now we just got to close the location. Let's go ahead and whip out our animal here. Now it's survival 16. So things are getting harder. I'm going to save the Sagacity for a later one. Let's actually pop this Samison. Seems like a good time for it. Let's go ahead and pop one of these blessings and think real hard. I need to roll an 8. My expected result normally would be 16, so it's not quite 10 more. So I think Mariziel will spend one of her blessings. We're actually going to use the Blessing of Lamashtu. Save the Blessing of Pharasma for when we play Sagacity, giving 2 extra dice. And again, that might look like I really beat that check and I'm overdoing it, and maybe I am. Certainly if I had less time or if I had more of a stretch for resources, I would make some of these tighter rolls, but I figure, like, if I don't have to make the tight rolls, why should I? Now, we're going to go here. I don't remember what's over there, but we'll take a look, see. What was this? Alright, it was a pit trap. Well, alright. We'll go for it with Arsk, sure. He shouldn't be too terrible at this. I mean, he's got dexterity. Pharasma. I don't want to use Sagacity there. Norgorgabagorg. Okay, I really don't want to fail this check. I don't want to use my Blessings of Pharasma, so I guess Serenade. The question is, can I get a 4 on 2d8? I mean, If I fail, it'd be bad, because there's 2 monsters on the bottom. My expected roll here is a 9, which is normally good, but here, that would be a loose roll. So much as it pains me, I will use the Blessing of Pharasma, just to make sure we get through here. Okay, there's actually a pretty decent chance that that made the difference. 1 in 3 chance that that made the difference. So we're going to explore again. Oh, goodness. Alright, we are going for a combat check here. We're gonna go balls to the walls Dickens on this. We're gonna use this swipe to make it a little bit easier. Gonna pop this Charmed Red Dragon. So now Harsk needs to get a 12, and he's still a little bit off, even with everything. Alright, we're gonna pop this Poog. So now he needs to roll an 11, still a little bit loose. Do I use the Norgorbergurg? It would obviously be nice to use that for, like, closing stuff. But rolling a 12 here, I mean, and what am I looking at? Like a 7 plus a 6? 4, 7 plus 7 is 14. And my needed roll is an 11. Nah, Harsk's going to use his own blessing. So I didn't manage to save many of those blessings of Pharasma, but I feel like I needed to make that check. Alright, this is the roll for the Charmed Red Dragon to see if I lose him. Luckily I don't. It's gonna at least they fixed the bug where I'm recharging these cards. So that's something. That's a boon, you might say. Alright, charge the swipe. Hopefully, there's actually a chance of failure if I rolled 1 and 2 on both dice. And alright, goodness gracious. Oh, that is this thing. This thing is a rough one. That is a terrible barrier, so I'm glad I get to put it on the bottom. That is nice. I get to scout. So I spent some resources there, but okay, we got it down to the henchman on top of the deck, so Linny can come over here and take it out. We did get some blessings back at least. This place. Alright, this place, it's got the monsters on the bottom now. So I could explore, but the problem is if I explore, then there's a 1 in 4 chance I find the henchman, and then I have to have a Miri make the survival check. What kind of backup are we looking at here? Well, we have a Pharasma, we got Sagacity. I guess she could make it. We would just kind of be blowing our load here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't think I can afford to waste any more. Fuck! Well, that's not what I was hoping for. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Discard this armor. Bury. Weapon, Harsk, shoot, Fusion Medallion. Now I gotta get a 12 on these dice. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. Just gonna go ahead and get her done. Woo! That was probably a loose roll. And now we gotta make survival 18, throwing d6s, which I'm not too thrilled about. So here goes. We got 2 dice there. We're gonna pop Sagacity. And then play a Blessing of Pharasma, so that's 2 more dice there. So now we need to get an 11 on 5d6. And sure, gonna play her Norgorbergurg and make it. Alright, does that mean there's just 1 location left? I really didn't want to fail, because if I failed, I would have had to kill all those monsters at the bottom. That would have sucked. There's only 1 location left, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring... Who needs to get over here? There's a henchman on top here, isn't there? I guess we're gonna bring Linny over here. I don't know what difference that really makes. Right, I don't get to pick up my Pyromaniac Mage. So Linny's gonna be the one to make this check. Ezrin's ready to go with his Flask of Force and Staff of Shadows. And Mary picked up a Blessing of Sagacity, or of Wisdom, which is really good. Seela, what's she doing with her life? I mean, I don't know if it matters, but I guess she'll just go over here too. Everybody gather around the summit. And just to make sure that that's the henchman. Yep. Alright, so Seela does not need any of her weapons or her armors. We're just fishing for blessings here. Maybe a cure spell. Lizard. What is Lizard? Discard this card to automatically succeed at your non-combat stealth or survival check. Hey, alright, so Seela can actually now kill that henchman. And, then she can auto-succeed at the survival check. Okay, so slight change of plans. Ezrin, I guess, is... Ezrin is still going to go over here to provide assistance with the Staff of Hungry Shadows, because why not? And he's going to throw away his stuff that doesn't matter, so that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Alright, we got Incendiary Cloud and a Wand of Enervation. Although I can't use the Wand of Enervation and the Staff of Hungry Shadows, but whatever. Can this help with somebody? Nope, it cannot help with anybody else. Alright, so Mauricio is just going to dump her entire hand. All she cares about is... what? Finding blessings? Although, really, we're going to auto-succeed at that check. So, I think we actually did it. We did it. We're good to go. We're fine. So, Linny... she just... I guess we'll just discard to find a blessing. Doesn't even need her animal anymore. So finally, the lizard helps out. We got a Blessing of Wisdom, Perfection. Harsk will move out of here to provide assistance on the combat check. Although I do believe it is moot at this point. And Amiri... well, I guess what Amiri's going to do is just hand over a better weapon. So, Rune Shell Hatchet is 1d8 and 2d6. This is 2d10. Alright, we'll give Sela a chance to use the club, because she never gets to, you know, it's just sad. Alright, and Amiri will, I guess, hang out here. She's already got 2 blessings, and only needs 1, so we're good. Alright, we got Lizard. Let's just make sure this auto-succeeds at survival. Very good. No need to scout. Let's blow our loads, everybody. So, first of all, Ezrin. Alright, we gotta change the combat check. Combat melee, there we go. Use the Staff of Hungry Shadows. Discard haste. We'll reduce this by 11. Boop. Still want to do combat melee though. Gonna go for as big a roll as possible here. We're gonna discard that. We're gonna discard that. We're gonna discard that. And blessing. I guess maybe if I really wanted to get the biggest absolute roll possible, I should have had Amiri do this rather than Sela, but I'm not that concerned about doing it. I'm not going to use the Wand of Enervation because that would reset all the dice, but I will use the Flask of Force. Yeah, sure, we'll try to throw an Incendiary Cloud up here. Oh, can't do it. Too bad. Hey, they actually managed to, like, make it so that it saves all the dice. Very nice. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll lose the orb. That would be bad. Blessing there, and blessing here. I don't know what's happening. Why is it charisma? Jesus Christ. That. Yes. Okay. Alright. Har's stuff got reset for some reason. I don't know why I can't play up. You know what? Fuck it. We're just rolling this dice. I'm sick of this. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we did. Yeah. The game's really... I feel bad for Obsidian because they got this out right before the holidays. And... you know, it just put the game into a bad way, and I don't blame them. I don't hold it against them. This is a very difficult game to program correctly, but Christ on a cracker, it is. I mean, you can just see how fucked up shit is here, with characters losing power feats and skill feats and just random stuff not working. But anyway, we get a reward. So what's the reward here? Skill feat, apparently. Really? Maybe I had, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it has only been 5 skill feats. Maybe this is the 6th. I honestly don't remember. So I guess for Amiri, I don't know. If she can't put any more in Wisdom, I guess we'll just throw Constitution in here. Obviously Wisdom for Sela. Obviously Wisdom for Ezrin. Obviously Strength for Mauricio. And then Linny. Should have already had one in Strength. I guess we'll put another one in there. Can I do it twice? Nope. Okay. And then Harsk, obviously Wisdom. Okay, that actually ended up being about as good as you could hope for. I got lucky with some henchmen being on top early on, and then after that, when the closing checks got really hard, I had enough time to spare to just dick around and let Linny close all the locations. I'm gonna not keep the blessing at Desna. Ezrin lost a spell because it went into Linny's deck for no reason. Linny did receive Ezrin's quarterstaff. That was intentional. And then Harsk has an extra blessing. Don't think we need any blessings of Sarenrae. We got enough of those. terrible. I don't know how I spent an entire thing thinking that Seela needed Blessings of Sarenrae. That was really just one of the most ridiculous things ever done on this channel. But anyway, we're done. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I'll see you again soon for some more Pathfinder adventures. Take care, everybody.